What's up, you beautiful people? We are back once again to something we haven't touched in a minute. I don't work here, lady. Let's get into stories. Made the mistake of wearing my school uniform to Ulta. Lady chewed me out for being covered in nail polish and making poor life choices. For context, I'm in beauty school, and we are required to wear all black since we work with clients, basically training for our future careers. As part of it, I usually wear a small black apron, because otherwise all of my clothes would be caked in acrylic and nail polish. However, I blinked the other morning and forgot it, and as a result, I looked like I rolled around in paint and chrome powder. Whatever, they're old jeans. On my way home, I realized I ran out of face primer and stopped by at Ulta, where the employees also wear all black. I'm a regular there, basically first name basis at this point, so they all say hi to me when I come in. One of them starts talking to me, asking how school's going, etc., and I get this weird feeling I'm being watched. Behind the employees, there's a lady who looks like a typical Karen just staring at us. I whisper to her that the lady behind her might need some help, so I step out of the way. Lady, I'm looking for a... looks me up and down. Young man, you are filthy. Have some pride in your appearance when you work. Me, ugh, I know. Forgot my apron. Crap happens. Lady, excuse me? Where's your manager? Me, what? Oh, sorry, I actually don't work here. Lady, it's one thing to look like an absolute slob in the workplace, but it's another thing to lie to a customer's face to get out of trouble. I spent hundreds in this store, you know. Me, this is my uniform for beauty college. We're required to wear all black. I'm training to be a nail tech, hence I'm covered in neon powders. I'm sure you can smell the monomer on my clothes. Lady, I've heard everyone say hello to you by first name. How else would they know unless you worked here? Me, because I shop here a lot? And my name pops up when I put in my Ulta card. Lady, where is your manager? I'm done with your poor customer service and sarcasm. Me, for God's sake. I reach into my tote bag and pull out my badge lanyard and show her, covering up the name of the company with my thumb, of course. Me, that's my actual job, ma'am. She looks at the badge, which has my face on it, my name, and says in very large letters on the bottom, Pharmacy Assistant / Client Relations. Important note, this position is the lowest on the pharmacy totem pole, lower than Pharmacy Technician. Lady, well, you don't need to be rude about it. And who gives up a job as a pharmacist to be a nail technician? You need to reevaluate your life. Your parents must be so disappointed. They thought they had raised someone smart, I'm sure. My son is at Ivy League school, studying to be a pharmacist, and he would not be welcomed in my house if he made such an idiotic decision to throw away his life like that. Me, my sister got into there and specifically chose other Ivy League school because the one your son goes to has never had a PharmD program, ever. Apparently that set her off because I can't even remember what she said at this point because she went ballistic, screaming every obscenity in the book and calling me a liar, etc. At this point, the poor employee I had been talking to hasn't made a peep, and the manager and security guard came over after to see what all the commotion was about. I'm pretty sure I watched her die a little on the inside when she saw who it was who was making a scene, and very quickly started to usher her in the other direction. Me to the other employee, man, is she always like this? Employee, yeah, she comes in like once a week and always goes crazy because of some coupon or pricing issue. I'm sorry, I should have said something, but she freaks me out. Me, no worries, best not to provoke her. After all, her son is so special he's getting a pharmacy degree from a school that doesn't offer it. Learned my lesson that day though. Don't ever wear black in a cosmetic store. You are holding your own baby and managing a 4-year-old? Great, grab something off the top shelf for me. In the Netherlands, there's a supermarket where the employees have to wear lime green blouses. I had just gotten off an exhausting day of work and had gotten my youngest child from daycare. when I had to do some shopping at the supermarket. I hate shopping with my 4-year-old, as he's in a phase where he will throw a tantrum if he doesn't get something he wants. I'm wearing a blue blouse, important as there's another supermarket where its employees wear blue, when I entered the supermarket. I did my shopping in peace until my baby started crying. He was hungry, so I had to bottle feed him. I got him out of his carrier and started feeding him. When on top of that, my 4-year-old found cookies he wanted and started crying when I told him no. This wouldn't be an I don't work here story if some lady didn't ride into me on her mobility scooter, telling me that she had tried to get my attention, almost screaming at me to grab some bottles of beer from the top shelf. I snapped and told her to frick off and find an actual employee. Oh, and she did. I had just calmed down my children when she drove up to me with a manager. She told him that I was rude and should be fired for telling her to frick off. The manager looked at me and my children and kindly but sternly told the lady to go to the registers to pay and leave. He then offered to help me with my groceries and that I could pay with him, which I gladly accepted. The best part, in my opinion, when we paid and left the store, we saw the woman sitting in line, as to which I told my 4-year-old to wave at her when I said go. She looked at us, we waved, and if looks could kill, I wouldn't type this out right now. I guess I look like a teacher. I have 2 little girls. The relevant one is 7. I'm in their school a lot. Not for anything serious. PDA violations and dress code. So there I was, walking in because my tiny one had gotten into trouble again, and I'm treated to another parent throwing an extended, incoherent hissy fit about some way or another the school was treating her son. I wasn't listening until I hear, "Are you his teacher? Stop telling them my son is stealing. My son doesn't steal." Name removed. I tell her, I'm a parent too. But no. I don't care if you're a parent. Stop lying about my kid. Okay. I try one more time. I'm just here for my... She notices my shirt and starts screaming at me. How dare you wear that shirt around my child? Her child was not present. FYI, I'm confused and look down. I'm wearing a Brofist t-shirt. I didn't get the issue right away. It's just a... What? She then proceeds a long rant my battery 3% won't let me record. How it's illegal to wear Pewdiepie merch in a school, and she'll get me fired. Threw a series of insults at me I'm not sure I could repeat here, even though the last one was priceless, and stormed out. I stood stunned for a second, got my baby girl and left. I have no idea why she thought I was a teacher. Once a Dollar Tree employee, always a Dollar Tree employee. To start this off, it is the end of June, and I start getting school supplies for my cousin. She has 7 kids, and getting them back to school clothes is enough to break her wallet, so I help her with the supplies. Mind you, she has 2 kids going to high school this year, so I gotta buy these TI calculators. The rest of the kids are in middle school and elementary, so I can get away with getting them Dollar Tree supplies. For those who don't know, Dollar Tree, literally everything is $1 or less. So I order their school supplies online in bulk. Pens, pencils, markers, crayons, paper, folders, notebooks, etc. Altogether spending a little over $200, which considering I got a lot of supplies that can last them this year and next, I find that as a steal. So while at work, I get a notification that my items were at my Dollar Tree ready for pickup. Since they're already paid for, all I have to do is pick them up and leave. Immediately after work, I head over. For context, I'm dressed in business casual, some black slacks and a teal blouse. I talk to the cashier who calls the manager. He then goes to the back to get my supplies. I tell the manager I'm going to shop a little if that's okay. She told me she would let her boss know. I take a basket and head down the aisles. I grab some cleaning supplies, snacks, toys for the kids. I'm in the toy aisle, looking at a styrofoam football to see if that's something the boys would like. I decide to get them putty instead. I felt someone tap me on my shoulder, and I turn around. Me. Yes? Woman. Do you know how much this is? she asks, holding up a broom. I give her a confused look. It's $1. Woman, thank you. She leaves, and I thought that was it. I used to work for Dollar Tree, and this question is one of the stupidest questions I used to get all the time while I worked there. While I'm in the pet aisle grabbing a cat ball for my rabbit, he loves to throw them around in his cage, I hear a loud, "Ma'am." I flinch for a minute because my attention was somewhere else. When I look up, it was the woman from before. Woman, can you open up a register? It's getting busy up here. Me, oh, I'm sorry, I don't work here. Woman, but you just gave me a price check. I look at her confused and then point to the banner along the wall of the store. What does that say? The woman scoffed. It says everything is a... Before she finished her statement, she turned around and left a little embarrassed. I make it up to the register and the manager is at the end waiting for me with my bulk order. I purchase my items and head out the door to load my car. Returning for my bulk items, and the manager helped me load my car. That lady that asked me to open a register walked by me with her bags and pointed to me. Woman, excuse me sir, your employee was rude. She made me feel stupid and refused to open a register. I'm even more confused now. I thought she was embarrassed because she realized I don't work here. Apparently she was embarrassed because I had pointed out that everything is $1 and that her price check was stupid. I didn't do that intentionally. I just wanted to avoid a confrontation and have her leave me alone. The manager looks at me and says sarcastically, "Don't worry, ma'am. I will make sure we have a talk with her." The woman looks smug as she turns on her heels and left. He gave me a look and we laughed as we finished loading my car. I got to my cousin's house and told them the story. The eldest, Dax, cracked a joke as he helped me take the school supplies in. Maybe it's because you started working at a Dollar Tree when you were younger. You will always be their cashier. We play fought over that. Sorry this wasn't so extravagant as other stories, but at least it wasn't at Walmart. Alright guys, if you liked it, you know the drill. Consider subscribing if you're new, and if you really liked it, maybe give it a thumbs up and a share. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.